Hello everyone, welcome back to the General Thompson YouTube channel. I am here, General Thompson, back here with another video. Today we're kind of doing like a semi-update video to, what my plans are in terms of future videos and the channel as well as this is also by the name of the title. Well, you'll probably be like update plus, the Steelers schedule was released at least like a week or two ago. I didn't feel like making a video then because I was a little busy. But yeah, I'm here now. So yeah, this is the looking through in terms of the schedule. Here the update will come later. I know I messed that up, but we're doing it very unorthodoxly because why not? Anywho, just looking through the schedule here. I mean, you got the Bills, week 1. With a very good test, I guess you can say, week 1 for a new team. I mean, preseason, we get 4 preseason games, so that helps, get us started. But, you look at Buffalo Bills week 1, that could go either way, because it's week 1. You don't know. You have to feel it out. I mean, the Bills are a team that look like they're going to be on the up and up in terms of trying to go to the Super Bowl. Really the only home they really have is the Chiefs, and well, maybe the Bucks, depending on if they make it that far. But yeah, really, you have the Bills week 1. So I'm gonna give my prediction for that later. I think a record in the week 2, Raiders home opener. It's gonna be an exciting game. Raiders kind of have had own us for like the past, since like the 90s. Ever since then they've just been winning against us, which is very not frustrating, but it's like this is one of the teams I'd like to see us beat, get us off to a nice good start to help at home at least give us a good it's a home opener. You want to win those. Well, you want to win all the games you can, but at the home might as well. And then so yeah, the Raiders, and then Cincy coming to Pittsburgh week 3 versus the Bengals. This is we play Cincy twice a year. Every single year they got their first win versus us last year after we beat them I think it was 10 straight times or something like that. I don't think we want to let them start creating a win streak versus us. And being that the game's at home, I think this could be we kind of know this team. The team's kind of rebuilding. I think Joe Burrow's going to be playing, so I'd finally see what Joe Burrow's like versus the Steelers defense, because we never got to see that. Obviously T.J. Watt's going to have a field day, in my opinion. I think everyone can assume what I would say for the predictions, but in terms of what I think the record, with how I see this. But yeah, you understand. The Packers. This one's the oddball. Aaron Rodgers stays. We pretty much can assume that it's more than going to be a loss because this is at Lambeau. A win, or probably possibly a win, because you don't know. They're staying with Jordan Love. Are they going to play Bortles? What are they doing? Depends on Aaron Rodgers, really. In terms, but that could go either. It really depends either way. Because Packers have weapons and they have a decent defense. They have, you don't go all the way to the conference championship if you don't have a good enough team to get you there. So, Green Bay's still a good team. It's just A-Rod's been carrying it. So there's that. And then we play the Denver Broncos, which, Drew Lock more than likely, unless they trade for Aaron Rodgers or whatever happens to him. But there's Denver. Von Miller's coming back. That's really the only significant player other than maybe having Courtland Sutton back. I know he didn't play last year in terms of our game, but yeah, it's a good sizable game. Just the Broncos, always a fun matchup in my opinion. That's kind of about it. And on to the Seahawks, the Super Bowl 40 rematch that we had 2 years ago, then Big Ben got injured, and then we lost the game. But this one's going to be at the same home, except this one's going to be Sunday night. So, yeah, prime time, very nice, very enjoyable. That being said, mm, it's a tough. This is a tough game because while I mean you have Russell Wilson, so you're gonna need like Devin Bush to be a spy. Because Russell Wilson still run, he still uses his legs. Our secondary is gonna have to play lights out, except especially when you have playmakers like DK Metcalf and um Tyler Lockett out there, and just on that defense is not like super winning defense, but it's still a good defense they have out there. So our secondary, and then I trust our front seven. They have no like goal line, so Russell Wilson's definitely going to be trying to scramble a lot, which be good. Utilize that. Um, Outside of that, our offense just kind of has to keep pace. I think we can. But like anything's possible there. And then week 7 we have a bye, so it's semi early. It's not bad. It's not like last year where we had week 4. Now with the extra game, week 10 is probably the most ideal one. But hey, I mean week 7's not bad. Could have been worse. But we get the bye week right before we play the Browns. How nice, we first testing with the Cleveland Browns, the same Browns that took us out last year. Yeah, those Browns. It's also at Cleveland. This is a interesting game. Same thing. We kind of know each other. The Browns kind of have the advantage, in my opinion. I just think they have the overall better team, but anything is still possible. I mean, it's, this is very early. You can, coming into next season, Baker Mayfield can be injured, and they're, or Nick Chubb or whatever. Not saying injuries are going to happen, but injuries tend to happen, or just coaching's not working, whatever. Just something, oddballs are happening. Maybe the Browns are the Browns, and that was just a last year was just a little taste of hope that Cleveland then doesn't have anymore. Who knows? I think I'm just making something up, but yeah, I mean Nick Chubb's good. He's good there. And then you have, they even have Kareem Hunt. They have OBJ. They have Jarvis Landry. They have David Njoku, I believe, still. They have playmakers on that offense. Their defense is, they have a decent front seven. Their secondary's not bad. They just have to stop, playing, deep when they're in the game. When they have the games open and like close, like they're winning the games, they have to stop playing deep. That's what they do, is they start playing like, playing the deep ball, thinking, oh yeah, people are gonna go deep. Not many people, you do that, and then you open up the run game, and then people can come back and almost beat you. That's about it. Then we get my favorite stretch, at least the stretch of 2 games, where we play the Chicago Bears on Monday, and then on my birthday we play the Detroit Lions. Winnable games. I mean, Bears, I assume they'll be starting Justin Fields by then. I mean, if they're not, it's probably because he's injured or something. That's the only reason I would think. Really, unless they have that much faith in, Andy Dalton or Nick Foles, which maybe they do. I don't know. Whatever Matt Nagy feels like doing. And then, obviously, on my birthday, we have the Detroit Lions. Ooh, go team. Lions have no offensive receivers or whatever, besides maybe Hawkinson and DeAndre Swift. So Jared Goff is going to be passing to, like, himself, pretty much. Not really, but you get the gist of everything. You essentially have no targets for Jared Goff to work with. But a good old line, so, I mean, they did pick up Penei Sewell, which I think might go up against TJ, so it would be good for him to get a nice young challenge, I suppose. Probably is nice for him. And then we have the Chargers. This game is also, this is a 50-50 ball. Because, like, Chargers are going to have no fans in the stands. So, better off for us. We can flood the stands again like we did last time. But they have a good young quarterback in Justin Herbert. They have, Keenan Allen still a decent wide receiver. They have not Preston Williams, that's Dolphins. Who they have? They have Williams. They have Austin Eckler. They have a decent team. It's not bad. Um, their defense is still good. They still have playmakers on there. They have a potential to be a good team. They just need to utilize it properly. I think they can. It's up to them more so than anything else. So yeah. Coming into now, if week 12, Cincy Bengals again. I already covered them, so this time's away though. I feel like this is a team we can win again. I mean, everyone says Cincy's our second home, and I want to still believe that, even though they beat us. So yeah, we're coming in, and we get our first taste of Baltimore. This is gonna be a physical game. Always is. To say I'm not scared about this would be a lie. I mean, Lamar, we kind of shut down Lamar a lot, so I'm not worried about anything about him. I'm just more worried about really, I'm just more worried about how our offense does now, because usually this would be where our week 13. This is where our team would start maybe like falling apart. This happened last year. I feel like it could always happen again this year. Team may start falling apart. We always sometimes the past like 3 years we've fallen apart late. We looked like we could be playoff contenders, going in, and then boom, we just maybe they need like a win or two, or something to scare, and we then lose like 5 out of the last 4, like we this year, or just whatever we. So this could be that's what really worries me. Is Baltimore could be that one team that just starts a pattern, and that's it. I mean, our next opponent is Minnesota, and their team is. They got Dalvin Cook, who's pretty decent. They have Justin Jefferson, and Adam Thielen, so they have good targets. On defense, they have like Harrison Smith. He's really the only person that really scares me on that defense. But offensively, you stop the run, and then you're just playing, versus Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen. But they have Kirk Cousins, so maybe who knows? Maybe they start in Kellen Mond instead. Would be interesting. What their move is on that, but that would be it's gonna be a fun game. Even though Minnesota good reunion. And then here comes the Final Four stretch, in which face the 4 hardest games in the entire, in my opinion. We have the Tennessee Titans, which they did lose pieces, but the Titans are still a threat with Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's out there, AJ Brown. They're still a threat offensively. The Tennessee Titans can rough up our team's defense enough to where, not saying you'll be roughed up, but yeah, you kind of have to play, Derrick Henry hard. And just the one thing our defense does is play hard, but yeah, you never. And then you got the Chiefs. That game, the most electric offense and probably in all the NFL, besides maybe the Bucks versus our defense is pretty good. Our front seven's good, so at least we know we can blitz them. But then again, you have to worry about things such as, I don't know what you want to say. You have to worry about things like, their defense isn't bad, but again, our team is falling apart. It's just, what can you do? It's hoping that our team doesn't fall apart. Otherwise, I'd say I like our chances. Our defense, they brought in O-linemen, yeah, but our team still is, our defense is still, strong enough to pull it in there. And then the finish of the season, you have Cleveland and Baltimore. I feel like, Cleveland's the team to beat in the AFC North right now, until otherwise spoken about. But yeah, the evolving predictions, pretty much the way I'm going to keep it is going into week 14. Once we finishing off week 14, so weeks 1 through 14, the Steelers going with a record of 9-4. Pretty good, looking like we're gonna, you're not gonna expecting, this, especially with the schedule we have, you're not looking, and that's with Aaron Rodgers being out. Aaron Rodgers being in, you can look at 8-5. That being said, going into with weeks 15 through 18, adding on to that, the final record will be 9-8 or 8-9, depending on where you see Aaron Rodgers being. I think we just have not a late season collapse like we always do. Nothing too bad. It looks like we could be looks like we can be pretty decent. I mean, nine. It's not like we in the middle of the road. Obviously, I think we can win more games depending on how this offensive line is afterwards. I'd like to see him after everything, but until then, that's just how it's gonna be. Until I see anything otherwise, 9-4. So yeah. That being said, I'm gonna get on to the part about the update. So that being said, really the update's just gonna be me doing a little bit more content. Talking about the Islanders, maybe the Yankees, maybe the Sixers. I know the Islanders season, once it comes to an end, I'll talk about that. Same thing with the Sixers. Probably maybe keeping up with the Steelers. That's kind of about it, really. I mean, there's not much I can really do. Obviously NFL predictions and stuff as I go through on. I'm predicting my Steelers games. And then maybe some mid-season stuff with the Yankees. It's really, it's not like I can predict, the Yankees week. I'd have to go weekly. And if they play they can play 6-7 games a week. Or they could play 3 games a week. I don't depend. It depends on the scheduling when they get off days and such. But yeah, that's about it for right now. So yeah, just update. That's just a small little update video. So whenever the seasons end, be my next video maybe, or some playoff stuff, whatever I feel like it. Being said, like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to see you later. And this is General Thompson saluting off.